What's up, guys? Let's get started, shall we? So today we are reviewing the Hguc MSN-06S-2 Sinanju Stein narrative version. Whew, that is a mouthful. This is actually a variant of the red Sinanju that piloted by Full Frontal. This specific unit here is actually the brother unit of the Red Sinanju. So in the storyline, a little bit of a spoiler here is, and I'm not actually giving out all the details. This unit was actually being transported to the Earth Federation when it was taken by the Sleeves. So the first unit was converted into Sinanju that was piloted by Full Frontal, and the second Sinanju made an appearance in the or the narrative Gundam movie. So I really can't actually give out much information about that because it's a lot of people hasn't actually watched the movie yet, including me. But all I can actually provide is this specific Sinanju actually fought against the Phoenix and is piloted by, what's his name again? Zoltan Akanen. So this unit is actually an antagonist unit. And if you guys have seen the trailer and the pictures, this unit actually comes with its own Neo Zeong. And as you guys can see already, this unit actually features a more grayish look compared to the red Sinanju. Now, part of the storyline about this also and the history is both Sinanju were originally in this color scheme, but then the first unit was converted for Full Frontal use and even modified. Okay, so the next part is we're gonna get this out of the way, is a side-by-side comparison of the difference between the red and the narrative version here. Okay, so just giving you guys a heads up, the Sinanju that I got here, the red Sinanju, is not an original, but it's the design is practically still the same here. So just a heads up, guys, please no hate. Okay, as you guys can see here, it is actually pretty like evident already, the difference between the two, but I will actually still point it out. As you guys can see, the shoulder piece, the red Sinanju got a more rounder look. The red actually got its own fin, some cables, and okay, so the shield actually have the shield here, and this one here. Okay, as you guys can see the difference. And then well, the weapon, I actually forgot where I placed it. It's somewhere out there, but as you guys can see, the overall design between the two is very different. The narrativer actually got a more sharp look compared to the red Sinanju that actually got a more rounded look, and it actually got a lot of thrusters. For the shoulder piece, there's spikes at the red, none here, and there's actually cables in different areas of the red Sinanju. As for the thrusters here, it's pretty evident as well. Oops. Oh, okay. So just to let you guys know, my setup is a little bit uneven. It's not back heavy. Okay, so you guys can see there's the difference there. There's actually, the question is, which one is faster, the gray or the red? They're the same specification, but then since Full Frontal is technically a clone of the red Comet, the limiter had been removed, definitely. Okay, so that's a quick side-by-side comparison between the two. Now let's move forward for the extra parts. Okay, for the extra parts, we got Runner's D here. It actually got a lot of extra parts, and this is for the red Sinanju. So you can definitely use this for the other one or customization. You get other parts also for its weapons and part of the shields, or this is for the bazooka. And you get another piece here for the for the skirt, but sadly this is not part of it. This doesn't fit at the skirts for the narrative version here. And then you got the extra polycaps here, and you get the runner's G2. This is actually for the leg piece, and that's it for the extra parts that you actually won't need. The next part is the weaponries and the other, like what do you call, sorry, the weaponries and its special features. Also, I actually misplaced the stickers, but again, unboxing below. And this unit here is actually sticker heavy for the sleeves here, for the chest piece and the sleeve here. So just giving you guys a heads up. Okay, we're gonna start off with the shield here. It's actually really nice, sleek design, really good actually. Now this unit here actually got the moving parts here, which actually makes it even better. And you get the piece here. This is actually a grenade launcher that you can actually equip at for the beam rifle. So we'll put this aside here. Okay, so the next part is the beam rifle. Okay, the beam rifle is currently got the right hand trigger right now, and as you guys can see, really slick design. I really like it. Moving piece here that you can actually equip the grenade launcher, and I'm actually gonna show this to you guys right away. Very easy. There's actually some latches there, and there you go, and it should fit really tidy, really nice. Okay, so the next part is the bazooka that actually comes with different pieces here. Okay, so this piece here is on its own, the smaller version. This piece here, better be careful. And then you got the longer version here. Okay, and it's, for some reason it's going out of focus. There we go. Okay, so and then you get another piece here. I guess this is for long range scope. And let's see here. It's kind of hard to actually install this with when you're looking at your camera. Okay, there you go. Wow. Okay, up next is gonna show you guys how to install this in your beam rifle. Very simple. There's some slots there, and you guys will notice right away. There you go. Simple as that. Now you can actually make this shorter with this. Wow, just look at that. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, up next is the beam saver effect parts. Two of them, since this unit, the Stein actually carries two beam savers. Now I forgot to add this one here. This is another extra parts that you won't actually need, so set this aside. Same for this one here. oh yeah, so I accidentally took them out of its runners. And then this unit actually comes with well, as you guys have seen already, right hand trigger, left hand open palm, a pair of beam saver weapons. Okay, and then this unit actually comes with, as you guys can see here, some close fist as well. Now I'm gonna show you guys, since I've already shown you guys the weapons here, I'm gonna show you guys where the beam sabers are located. It's actually in the forearms. You actually have to remove this piece here. It's actually quite easy to remove, and there you have it. And okay, it's actually very basic as well. And placing this here, oh boy, that is my bad. Don't do what I did. That was a mistake. Okay, fits in snugly. And there you have it. Thankfully, this is actually not solid plastic, so you can rebend it partially. Depends on how much you bent the clear effect parts. Okay, there you have it. Now up next is let's talk about the details of the Sinanju here and the nubs and the seam lines. But first things first, let's actually just remove some of these pieces out of the way. Okay, so building this unit took me about 3 hours and 33 minutes. It's actually quite nice. The worst nubs that I've actually seen is actually the C runners here. As you guys can see here, it's pretty evident there's a thick nubs here. So it's actually runner C that you guys will definitely have an issue. But the rest of the units, when it comes to the nubs, it's actually been pretty good. So this is definitely take extra care when installing the boosters here, runner C specifically. Okay, so as for the detail goes, it's actually quite nice. It's like what do you call that? Sorry, it's early in the morning, I'm a little bit sleepy still. Overall design is actually really nice. The nubs and the seam lines are actually well placed, except for, as I mentioned, the runner C, and it's not that evident. And some of the details are really nice. So as you guys can see, that's where the beam saver is stored, and this is the open one. It is really nice even without giving this unit some details, but I still highly suggest to give out these details. Oh, another area that I can actually say that actually have some visible nubs is actually the sleeves itself. This specific, so better be careful on this side here because there's details there as well. So some sanding will be necessary and some seam line removal. But the moment you actually do the seam line removal, this specific piece will be stuck, so there will be a lot of masking. Just giving you guys a heads up. Okay, it's really nice at all. Okay, and this other piece here you can actually remove if you want to, but sadly there's no cover for this. Just giving you guys a heads up. Okay, yeah. Now that's it for the seam lines, the nubs, and the details of this unit here. Why don't we conduct the articulation next? Actually, before we start with the articulation here, I'm actually gonna show you guys how to install the shield here. It's actually very easy. It's actually snap-on. And there you have it. And it's a little bit flimsy in the side. Well, depending on how you place it. Just giving you guys a heads up. Okay, now let's move forward to the articulation test here. Now, we're gonna start from top to bottom. Usually that's how I work, but this time we're gonna start with the backpack here. And I'm gonna show you guys certain features that I may have forgotten. So the backpack here, we're just gonna remove this easily. And there you have it. You get one slot here, so you can actually do your own customization if you want. Now for the thrusters here, the backpack itself, you actually get articulated parts here, which is actually really nice. They're a little bit stiff. Okay, but it actually does the job. The thrusters actually doesn't move, but the pieces itself actually moves. And the fuel containers, really nice actually. And there's some nubs and seam lines, and the details is actually quite nice. Okay, now up next is from top to bottom this time. You get the headpiece here, and the only area that actually have a cable. Really good articulation to a certain degree. Oops, and that's not supposed to come out. That was a little bit rough. And for the arms here, so the arms, okay, as I mentioned, they are a little bit stiff. Got to be extra careful as well. And it's not really double jointed, but so far it can go. Yep. Okay, now for the torso here and connecting to the waist, you can do a 360. But there's a latch there that actually keeps it secure, that specific piece. Okay, so if you just put it in, there you have it. Now for the waist, you get the front skirt that is actually articulated, side skirt, normal, and it can move like that. The back skirt, it actually moves as well. There's actually some details there, so there you have it. And for the waist and leg connector, I'm actually, as I mentioned during my unboxing, it's a ball joint for the waist, but I was actually surprised that they actually designed it. So saving grace, thankfully I was proven wrong, and I'm really thankful. So it can definitely do a split to a certain degree, but that's how far the skirt can go. And you get a slot here for your action base, basic action base. Thank you, Bandai, for doing that. And thanks to the articulation, and looks like I didn't actually oops, hopefully I didn't scratch the lens, and looks like I was a little bit rough because okay, there we go. I actually put that back in place. So for the legs, really got good mobility, and the so far it can bend. Can definitely do a high kick. For the feet, good range of motion. That's how far it can go for the feet. There's some more details. It's actually quite good. I'm really impressed actually. Specifically for the ball joint here, because I thought that there's going to be limited articulation. Yeah, okay, so there you have it. The articulation for the Sinanju Stein. Now let's move forward to, is this unit worth getting? Okay, that was actually quite fun. Now, is this unit worth getting? Yes. For the price tag, yes, and it comes with a lot of extra parts, different option parts for your weapon. You can have two, 3, 4 types of weapons, more depending on how you do it. And then you get an option also to replace the backpack with a different type of backpack out of your own customization, since there's only one slot there. Hint hint. And I really do like the more sharp look design of this Sinanju Stein here compared to the red one. For the knobs and the seam lines, the one that you guys, as I mentioned already, for the knobs is the backpack. Yeah, and there's one here at the headpiece as well. It's actually kind of sticking out a little bit, so you guys will actually have to fix that somehow. Certain areas as well, like the arms there, that actually have a knob and a seam line, or the molding place. That one is actually really easy to deal, just proper sanding. Some of the good side also is it comes with a lot of extra parts as well, multiple hands and weapons that you can actually convert the bazooka into 2 types, and you can combine it also with the beam rifle. That gives you more option. Actually scratch that, 3 types for the bazooka because of that extra one, and for looks like a long range. And then you can actually combine it as well with the beam rifle, and the beam rifle you actually got practically 3 options: the grenade launcher and the bazooka, either the short or the long one. And then you got the beam sabers located in the forearm, and then you have the shield as well. So it's actually really advisable to get. I'm looking forward to watching the Narrative Gundam movie, and just gonna give you guys a heads up, is the first 21 minutes of the Empty Gundam is already available in on YouTube Gundam Info. I'll see if I can link the video in the description below as well. Okay, thank you guys for watching. That's all the time that I got. Really appreciate the support that you guys have been given in with this channel here, even with my slowdown. Okay, and as my motto, have fun, relax, and enjoy. That is Gampla, and Have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. This is R13 signing out.